all the news, some exciting lists, all the things that you could want to talk about. But before we get to that, Frank, what have you been up to, man?
Peacemaker let it all hang out this week.
There's a lot of hanging out.
A lot of
Almost
hanging
as
out.
much as South Park, but
Yeah, but this was different.
different size.
This was different. What have I been up to? Well, I watched some TV shows. Oh, good. Somebody drafted Tyreek. I'm in the middle of a fantasy football draft at work. It's our first year of a dynasty. So while I'm doing the show, I'm doing the draft also. So if I curse and complain, it's because someone took my pick, which has happened at least 3 times already.
So after this next pick, you need to bring everybody up to date as to what your team looks like once we get there.
I got 2 picks because I'm in the 10th pick. So I'll have the 10th pick and then it'll come right back around to me. And then I will update the teams.
Then give everybody your lineup. Everybody's dying to hear. Charles, Dom,
sure
thanks
they
for
are.
joining, guys.
Yeah. What have I been up to? See, I went to the shore, went to Wildwood on Saturday with my son, rode the sea serpent. That was an experience. I haven't done that I don't think I've been on the sea serpent down there in like 15 years, easily.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a roller coaster.
Yep, not a Wildwood guy.
Yeah, it backs you up high, and then you go down forward through all the stuff, and then up backwards, and then backwards through it again.
Are you going to share the video of you experiencing that on?
No video.
Oh no.
No, maybe at Hershey Park there will be video.
Okay.
When we do Hershey Park at the end of September.
I feel like we could use a new video intro.
Yeah, that'd be great, right? What else did I do? I watched some stuff, went to Top Golf and realized that as good as I am, okay, let me say that's a stretch. As fun as hockey is, and as decent as I am at hockey, I am 3,000 times worse at swinging a golf club.
Yeah, it's not Happy Gilmore.
No, I don't try the Happy Gilmore thing. Although Matt did ride the golf club 3 times that night. Not once, not twice, 3 times.
Yeah.
Yes. But all in fun. It was fun to go out and do that. We went and had pizza at La Celia. Oh, man, was that really good.
Nice. Charles is telling you to go to Knoebels instead of...
I'm going to Hershey Park. I love Hershey Park. Knoebels maybe down the line, but I love Hershey Park.
Friend of the show, Jack. Not this Jack, different Jack.
Yes.
Loves to go. I think he goes there regularly, doesn't he? Or is that Dutch Wonderland?
Knoebels or Hershey Park?
Wonderland.
Jack goes to Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah, they're all the same to me. I've never been to. I never went to Knoebels or Dutch Wonderland, so I don't know the difference.
I went to Dutch Wonderland as a youngster. It was a lot of fun. As a youngster, there's a lot of cool, like interactive stuff to do with at younger age. Age, not AIDS.
Yep.
I watched a couple of things. I watched Strange New Worlds. I'll mention that. It was a fantastic episode.
Great. Yeah, we were just talking about that last week. So excited to hear where the Star Trek people are at.
Yeah. What about you?
Me, I did a lot of moving inside the house. We flipped some rooms around. We her daughter decided that she needed a new room her own new room before she started school. So then we had to move around our office and one of my other kids and did all that within the span of 3 days, including new bedroom set and all the moves done and everything cleaned up and ready to host like 10 people today from one of my other kids. So it was a busy few days from that. Had a couple gigs in there, had a union win. First place in MLS now, number 1 for Supporter Shield, won 4-0 against Chicago Saturday night. Had that. We had, what else did we do? I watched a bunch of stuff. Went and saw K-pop Demon Hunters on the big screen Sunday for the K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along that if we talk box office at some point, we can bring that up because they beat everybody, as I think anybody would have expected. It's the funny part about it, though, like my local theater had 4 showings for the weekend originally. Right. By the time the weekend rolled around, there was 22 showings at that theater.
Wow.
Days. And they were all sold out.
Damn.
They sold out 1,700 screens for K-pop Demon Hunters this weekend.
That's a lot.
2 days. It raked in over $20 million.
That's insane.
Yeah, so it beat out Weapons. It beat out everything else at the box office, and it was only out for 2 days. They didn't even have Friday numbers.
Wow.
Pretty nuts. And the craziest part with that, for people that are keeping up or have not kept up, is so that movie was a Sony release that Sony didn't actually release. They sold it to Netflix.
I saw.
They instead of actually making any money off of it,
Yeah, they left a lot of money on the table, didn't they?
they got $20 million
Jeez.
for K-pop Demon Hunters, which will go on to be a multi-billion-dollar franchise by the time this is all said and done.
Right.
Which is wild. So yeah, this weekend it was the number one grossing in the box office. Oh, there we go. And look, original Ninja Turtles is going to be at the theaters till the end of August.
Here you go. I'm going to ask your advice real fast, since my pick's coming up before I have to wait a while. Devontae Smith or Jameson Williams from Detroit?
Look, Devontae is a sneaky.
Yep. If he makes it to me out of the next two picks, I don't know. I think the guy before me is going to grab him because he grabbed Jalen Hurts in the first round. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. I was just so Sony ended up making $20 million off that deal with Netflix. Got none of this money from it being in the theater.
I'm going to go with Dom.
Yeah, there you go. See, Dom knows more.
Dom, no, I trust Dom. I trust Dom.
I haven't kept up.
It's not. You know what, Dom? It wasn't about being a homer. I just know that he's going to stretch the field, and AJ's hurt, and AJ already went early. I don't care about drafting Eagles in a dynasty league like this. But go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're good. You're good. That's why. Look, we're doing it. We're doing it all. See, I said Devontae Smith because I only know Eagles Ravens players. That's all I know.
Zay Flowers is there.
Dude, he's gonna have a monster year.
So Zay Flowers or Jameson Williams?
Look, I would go Zay Flowers, but that's because I know he's gonna have a monster year because he was a rookie last year. So
yeah, I like younger players like that. I'm gonna go Zay Flowers. I'm gonna pull the trigger on Zay because I don't like Matthew Stafford's the quarterback in Detroit, right?
No, Matthew Stafford left. Jared Goff's the quarterback in Detroit.
He's the Charger. I did that twice.
What year do you think it is? Never mind. Nobody. No, we all know it's not 2025. So yeah, so the box office this week, while you're getting to your pick, we had.
I got it. Go ahead.
K-pop Demon Hunters in at 18 million. Weapons came in second at 15.4. Freakier Friday came in third. Weapons and Freakier Friday both in their third week. Fantastic Four still holding on at fourth.
Oof, really?
With 6 million. The Bad Guys 2 only at 5 million.
Hey, T.
And Nobody 2 sitting at just under 4 million for the week. They're the only one that's been out for like 2 weeks that's sitting in theaters right now, which is wild to me. So 2 weeks ago, very light release week. But K-pop Demon Hunters cleaning up. I guarantee you see another round of sing along for that. It's getting released on Netflix soon too. And I can tell you, there was not a adolescent girl or boy in that movie theater that was not singing every word to that entire movie that was on the screen, except for my 5-year-old that I took because she didn't feel like doing it. So that was great. But yeah, it was pretty good, and the movie actually holds up on the big screen. It's going to be up for Oscars and will probably win 1 or 2.
That's awesome.
Relay came in at just under 2 million. See. Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that. I went to K-pop yesterday with my daughter and my middle son, and yeah, it's pretty packed. But it is the movie actually held up on the big screen, which was pretty neat.
That's good.
Yeah, and through a full theater sound system, it's everything in there is.
I bet
is great.
All right, there's 14 picks until my next pick. Right.
All right.
That's the drawback of. That's the.
So all right. So who's the team?
So my team, Prestige Worldwide. Yeah. So it's been the Duke Silver Trio, but I have not had a winning record as the Duke Silver Trio. not including the losers bracket that I won the championship in. So I walk around the office saying I'm the second champion.
Yeah.
I had the 10th overall pick. I started off with Christian McCaffrey, and then I came back with Brock Bowers, tight end from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And then I went Jaden Daniels in the 3rd round, quarterback, Breece Hall, 4th round running back, Xavier Worthy, and Zay Flowers.
So your second pick was a tight end?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, because my second pick, and then I didn't pick again for like 15 picks.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick again until the end of the 3rd round.
I know.
So it was an early reach, but again, it's a dynasty league, so I will have him going forward. He's young. That's what I want. I want some younger players.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me what I was doing in my draft, and I said I'm drafting for RG Manning next year, which was a joke, but not.
Yeah. They'll hold him back depending on who has that first pick.
Exactly. Exactly.
100%. I think I sent you that meme.
CMC is a risky pick up there, but if it pays out, it's a money pick. So I'll take a running back on my way back around, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So, all right. So let's hit whatever list we got while you got some time, and then I'll.
It's not so much a list as it is. I don't think I grabbed an actual real list. No. So I'm gonna run through these top 5 must-watch things real fast. Right. So we got the 5 best shows to binge on Netflix this week.
Okay.
Number 1 here is The Resident. It's 6 seasons in. It's a medical drama.
Yep.
Okay. And then we have Fisk is on its 3rd season. Don't know anything about it, but it's another legal show. Fisk is a legal show. It's a lesser known comedy series with a 90% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's Australian. That's why we don't know.
Got it. That would make sense. Why I don't know.
And then we have Long Story Short, which I heard is really funny. The Discord that I'm in with T and them, they're kind of talking about it. They're talking that up. It's that original comedy series from the creator of BoJack Horseman.
Got it. On the animated side.
Yep. And then we have Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, is season 1. This is a K-drama. Talking about K-pop. This is a K-drama. They're very popular nowadays.
Yeah, I've not taken that dive into the K-drama world. The K-pop world was a learning curve for me.
I'm okay. And then we have Sex Education. It's 4 seasons. It's a great back-to-school series. That doesn't sound like a great back-to-school series, but it's one of the best coming-of-age raunchy teen comedy series.
Great.
Yeah. Right. That was those. Then we have 5 best shows to binge on HBO Max this week.
So, and there's one dropping on Netflix this week that I'm kind of surprised is not on there. It's got I think it's Helen Mirren is in it, if I remember right.
Okay.
Last time I looked it up, and I can't pull it up right now for some reason, but I even marked it to watch. It's got like a bit of an older cast, but looked like it's going to be a good hit this week.
Okay.
We'll hit your other one first, and then I'll remember what that is because I'm probably going to watch it.
Right. So Time is one for HBO. That's what is this? Stacked cast of UK actors is what this is. Time was praised by critics and viewers alike, with many considering it among the very best modern drama series out of England. Miniseries consists of 2 3-part seasons, has been flying criminally under the radar in the United States, but will be available to HBO Binge Max for this week.
Okay.
Then we have Common Side Effects. Looks like a animated show. Okay. Not familiar with it. It's an Adult Swim original series.
I've heard really good things about Common Side Effects. It's got a lot of like social commentary.
Gotcha.
Stuff in it. I've heard it's actually very well done.
Okay. Then we have My Brilliant Friend from 2018, or it was out in 2018. It's another critically acclaimed 98% certified Rotten Fresh Tomatoes My Brilliant Friend just concluded the season 4 last year after premiering back in 2018. Another coming-of-age drama developed for television, based on a best-selling novel by Elena Ferranti.
Got it. So
Um,
the one I was thinking of before we
yes,
finish
go
up
ahead.
this watch list is the Thursday Murder Club, which is
Okay.
Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, and Celia Imrie, which looks like it's going to be an absolute blast. It's also
Oh,
got
okay.
Tom Ellis, David Tennant, Jonathan Pryce, Richard Grant, just a who's who of actors who have been around for a minute. But it's retirees spend their time solving cold case murders for fun, and it's like Ben Kingsley, Helen Mirren, and Pierce Brosnan are those leads. Kind of like Only Murders in the Building, it looks like, but just kind of a different twist on it. Without that, the Selena Gomez to
Right.
bounce off of. Directed by Chris Columbus.
Oh,
So that comes out this week. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a blast.
okay. On the HBO watch list is Impractical Jokers.
Oh, okay. That's
It's 12 seasons in.
yeah. Look, it
And
hasn't
it's
been
going
the
to air its
same
finale on
show left.
September 4th. So that's it, right? It's done. It's done in September.
What is?
Impractical Jokers.
Thank God. Well, they're all starting to do stand up again to
Right.
make a living. So
Veep is one that I never actually got to watch that is supposed to be hilarious with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
yeah, Tony Hale, all sorts of people in
Yep.
in Veep.
And rounding off this list of 5 best shows to binge on Amazon Prime, we have Goliath, which is
So is this finished shows to binge? I
it
feel like
just
this
says
is finished shows.
this just says 5 best shows to binge. This is some of the best TV and limited
Got it.
series available. These are exclusively on Amazon Prime. This is Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yep.
32 episodes, 4 seasons. Certified fresh at 86%.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons, Dennis Quaid, Molly Parker, William Hurt, Mark Duplass. This is a huge cast. Then we have Modern Love with Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
And then we have Fresh Meat. This is just not as fun a list. Gen V is good because season 2 is coming soon. Coming soon in like 3 weeks, September 17th. Gen V season 2 drops. So you want to catch up on Gen V, can binge that. And then we have the Terminal List, Dark Wolf. And what they didn't put on here that is available to stream all 4 episodes to finish off the series is Upload, which released today, actually.
I was going to say, yeah. So we'll recap Upload next week.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah, we should.
We'll see what happens next week with the holiday in there.
Oh, that's right.
But we will find a way to talk to you about all this stuff coming out as we get closer to that time. So yeah, I don't know how many of those I'll be binging of the things that were on those lists. Maybe none. It might be one of those weeks. But in the meantime, so as we get there, let me just mark something down here for the people listening to the audio one.
Oh yeah, Raw's this week. Raw actually already aired because they're over in Europe.
No.
Next Saturday is Clash in Paris, and then Monday they're still overseas, so it'll be another early show. But this is Dom's favorite part of the show coming up, right?
Yeah. It's quick though. I only squeezed in 2 episodes because, like I said, busy stretch over the last week.
Busy, and you just stopped caring.
It's so bad. I
Where are we
really
at?
don't know how people still praise this show 9 seasons in.
Where are we at in Dunder Mifflin right now?
So we're at the boat.
The boat.
Just look, some funny parts of the thing. So for anybody not aware of where The Office went in season 9, or for those of you like Dom that are hoping that I power through this in 6 to 7 sentences, Andy's found out that his family fortune's gone. They write off his dad is completely gone. Ran off after losing all the money and and James, what's his name? His brother is turned into an alcoholic, going to rehab, locked himself in his basement, blah, 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 blah. Jim and Pam are like shocked that Andy's the responsible one handling all this. It just goes back to, again, like their writing is so all over the place with Andy. Like they bring him
Yeah.
in as like he's put together, he can be the boss, to like he's an absolute disaster. And like there's been so many management changes and he didn't have tenure. It makes no sense that he would be the guy that stays the manager through all these things. Like
No.
Michael, he'd been there forever. They're not easy to fire when they've been there 20 years in a role. Josh Groban, there he was. Thank you, T. So, and then we also start with the cold open of Oscar talking to the cameras about being seen with Angela's husband, and Kevin is walking around the corner and finds out. So then that is a whole will Kevin slip, won't he?
That was actually fun.
Yeah, yeah. Disappointing that he didn't.
Well,
At the end of the episode. Though there was a moment when he said something to Oscar, and I was like, they got to cut over, and Angela's sitting right there in disbelief, but they didn't. They missed that opportunity. Yeah, where Oscar tries to frame Kevin, sets him up to Toby, is all ready to go, and then decides to not frame Kevin and get him sent out of the office, and then Toby realized he was wrong about the strangler. I feel like that's going to come back again sometime before the end of the show. So we'll see. And Aaron's trying to make Andy laugh, but Andy's not that into Aaron right now because he's worried about other stuff. So she's setting him up she's setting her up to run right into Plop's arms. Still. Yeah, and it's weird. Like, so he has the entire office staff. Well, not the entire office staff, but like Pam, Oscar, Aaron, and Daryl are working with Andy on his family finances.
Yeah.
To really, like, nobody's doing anything related to the paper business in this episode at all. They're just all working, but not for that. And then we got the local TV thing going with. They call Pam at the office and want to set up an interview with somebody, and she just asks the office who wants to be interviewed by the TV. Seemed great for the plot of the show, sure. And then they proceed to mess with Dwight for the next 25 minutes of the episode, where Nellie jumps in because she and Pam are still best friends, I guess, and they just torture Dwight the whole time. And then at the end, we find Josh Groban in the basement of the boat, found the liquor cabinet, and Andy wakes him up. After like a weird exchange where it seems like this is all on the same day at the office, but somehow within like 3 hours, Andy has sold the boat and the new owner is already getting ready to leave on the boat by the time Andy gets there. And then Andy says, no, I'm going to sail to the Bahamas. And then bails on Erin, leaves her behind, who immediately when she gets back to the office, goes to the bar with Plop.
Weird, right?
Yeah. Not a great episode. There's some good stuff with the Dwight thing, but like it just goes back to like Jim's just awful. Because I feel like he and Dwight were on the same page like 2 episodes ago and teaming up against other people. And in this one, he's making Dwight strip down in the office and call David Wallace freaking out, which was also super weird. Given that the next episode, David Wallace calls the office and says, Dwight, you're the best salesperson we have at Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah.
And we need you to go close the White Pagers, which brings us to the whale. Where I guess Ed Helms must have had to go film a movie. I don't know if this was when something else was filming. I feel like maybe this was Hangover 2. I didn't really look.
Yeah, I
or
didn't
one of
look at
those.
the timing for it.
But so I did look at the timing to see if Stephen
whale
Collins or whatever his name was, the dad, if he was this was when he was found out, but no, this was still another year and a half before he was canceled. But that's where we get David Wallace calls the office, says, Dwight, you're the best sales guy. The White Pages are changing their paper contract. And then and they find out that it's a woman that's dealing with it. So all the women in the office team up to try and make Dwight a better person before he goes.
Oof.
That was rough.
Yeah,
This whole episode was rough.
It
Um,
was rough until
and
they
then
got to the white pages.
Toby got all the non-salespeople specifically to grow mustaches with him and facial hair for Movember.
That was creepy also.
Yeah, this was the time. Like, it was big through like
I remember.
2020, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was doing it to raise money, which is great. Um, but yeah, weird. And during the same episode, Angela thinks the senator's having an affair and tells Oscar, who's like, let's go figure out what's going on with that. So they go and
Yeah.
stalk the senator at his yoga place in the middle of the day. That's weird that the senator has time. He's very busy. The senator has time to go to the yoga place at like noon, I
Well, it's a
guess.
politician, so sure.
Sure. And it seems like he's getting it on with his yoga instructor, which then sets Oscar up because his yoga instructor is a guy. And then by the end of the episode, Angela has figured out that Oscar and the senator have had some liaisons.
Right when the phone rings.
Right when the senator calls Oscar,
Right.
not Angela.
Right.
After
Right.
seeing the two of them, yeah,
It was
whatever.
amusing.
Yeah, it's fine. That was I don't know. It's again didn't love this episode in general. And then Pam feels bad for Dwight, so she goes to the appointment with Dwight, forgetting apparently she was the worst salesperson besides Andrew Bernard ever at Dunder Mifflin.
She was there as support for Dwight to help him, maybe coach him
But she
along in
went into the
talking to a
meeting.
woman. Huh?
But she went into the meeting.
Right. To help coach him along as to help keep him on track talking to a woman. Maybe she could interject and kind of get him on track, you know?
Sure.
But you don't know who the woman is.
But she was so bad at it when she was a salesperson.
She was. But women talking to women are a thing.
Not when it's Jan.
But you didn't know that going into
We didn't.
it.
We didn't. And Dwight is the one that would understand Jan,
Correct.
supposedly.
Well,
So he goes and gets Dwight Jr. and positions Jan with him. Now, look, I'm at the point where I don't know if that gets the contract or not.
did you have any problem with him using Dwight Jr. as a
It was a weird choice because the one they kept saying, "Oh, she likes him young," and it was this intern. I was like, "Well, he's a very attractive young man."
which one?
The guy that was her old
Oh, yeah.
executive
Hunter.
assistant intern, whatever that she got with. I was like,
Hunter.
and you didn't give her that with this guy.
Nope.
So
You gave her not even giving her plop.
no, like that would have made sense.
Well,
100% that would have made sense.
but you went and you got the horny guy in the office
Yeah,
and used him.
right. Which I don't get that with Jan, but we'll see what happens.
But you also need to get rid of Clark Duncan to go film Hot Tub Time Machine, unless he already filmed it.
Two.
Two.
I think he got on the show after Hot Tub Time Machine.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe this was when 2 was happening, but yeah.
Which-
Look, I didn't get that. I mean, but Jan's always been all over the place.
Yeah, she has.
But I mean, look, they killed some time during the episode with some flashbacks of her back when she was on the show, just in case anybody they got new viewers. I don't know how they got new viewers in season 9 because it was so bad. I don't know anybody that would have been started watching being like, I don't know who Jan is. Yeah, and then she was hoping to tell off David Wallace, but obviously not there. Jim, during this whole stretch, is trying to get on a conference call, but doesn't understand how to get on a call.
Okay, I had a big problem with the whole Jim and trying to talk to like being outside with the noise, and then like I had a real
car.
Yeah, I had a real problem with that because I am constantly leaving and going into an empty office at work to make a phone call if I have to. Like there are multiple rooms that I can go into to make a phone call.
Nobody was in Andy's office.
That's what
Andy
I'm saying.
was on a boat.
Like I get the funny aspect of it, but at the same time, that really bugged the shit out of me.
Daryl knows about the business opportunity and has an office.
Yep.
And
No,
so
I
then
know,
at the
like-
end, because Jim's well, look, I may or may not have said bad things about Jim at some point during
Maybe.
my review of the show, so I'm not surprised that he's a dumbass.
Maybe.
And then he loses his bid in the business based on him being a dumbass and not knowing how to take a phone call. Though he might be the only investor in the business, so who knows? I'm sure it'll all work out in Jim's favor by the end of the show because that's for some reason they like Jim on this show. And then the only other thing with November is Plop, only because I still don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Is talking to Aaron, and she hates mustaches. It freaks her out, so he goes and shaves right away so that he can continue to win her over. And that's all we got on The Office.
Well, we do have other Office news that I could segue right into.
We do.
We do. With The Office coming on Peacock, The Office, the paper, the spinoff called The Paper, that Oscar Martinez is the only.
I can't wait to watch this show weekly and really get to absorb it, and then we can recap at the end. It's going to be awesome.
They're going to drop 4 episodes, and then they're going to do 2 episodes every week. That's the plan, right? That's what they said. Because they were so confident that this show was going to be that good.
It's going to be great.
That they just completely changed their format and decided they're just going to drop it all at once. And their reasoning is that they're confident in the viewership and that they want to get it out now before football season starts. And I think that when a show does a move like this, they have zero confidence that it's going to last 2 seasons. If you get a second season of this, I would be shocked. And I am a huge fan of The Office and have not even seen this. All I've seen is a trailer. It looks cute.
Yeah, this sounds more season 9 than season like 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look and a lot of even Netflix is dropping everything in halves at least.
Yep. And as annoying as that is, I rather like the weekly release. Like Star Trek is doing weekly releases. They're not dropping it all at once. For Upload, I understand. You only have 4 episodes.
Yeah,
dragging that out for 4 weeks is...
It's hard enough to remember what happened last season in Upload, let alone...
Correct. And I did not go back and rewatch Upload to catch up for this season. I like the weekly drops. I prefer it that way.
Because Amazon is typically very good at the weekly drops. They will drop the first arc.
Yep.
As a bundle. I'm sure we'll get that with Gen V, where we'll get the first 2 or 3 episodes. And then we'll get weekly after that. Countdown is continuing to do that on Amazon. And like I said last week, they did a pivot like 10 episodes in, and it's still super intriguing. I wonder if they're going to pull it all back together, but there's only, I think, 2 episodes left. But Countdown's been one of the longer shows that Amazon has released in a while, at 13 episodes. Right. And it's just super well done.
You think in the 9th round it's time to take a kicker? Watching defenses start to go. Eagles went, Denver went, Baltimore just went.
Well, if you're doing Dynasty, I mean, there's defenses that hold up for years on end. You just
no, I'm talking about kicker. I'm talking about kicker.
I think
I'm going to drop a kicker and then back it up with a defense on the swing back around and then nothing.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Who did we miss that you picked?
So far I picked, after Zay Flowers, I picked Matthew Golden from Green Bay Packers wide receiver.
Okay.
And Travis Etienne. Did I say that right?
I have no idea. I don't know any of these people that are playing football this year, apparently.
He's a running back from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know if he's going to get much time. I just needed to pick someone because I forgot that I was on the clock.
You're doing a great job, Frank.
I'm okay, I guess.
It's fine. Waivers start next week. You're good.
Yeah.
I can't. So we had the exciting paper news. So look, and I don't know what's going on with a lot of these shows and how they're doing it. Peacemaker dropped only 1, and we'll talk about Peacemaker in a few minutes. But
yes,
we only got 1 for that first one. Twisted Metal did like a big drop. They dropped, I think, 3 episodes the first week, and then 2 every week after that.
Now I forget you said. Is watching season 1 preferred to watching season 2, or can I watch season 2 and just kind of roll
they're
right
both
up?
super easy watches.
Yeah.
They're only half-hour episodes, maybe 40 minutes at the most usually.
Maybe I know I said this the last 2 weeks. I'll go back and I'll watch it. I'm not rewatching. I mean, I throw Scrubs on just while I'm eating dinner, but it's not like I'm invested in rewatching Scrubs. It's just kind of a 20-minute chuckle fest while I eat. But if I'm going to watch a show like that, I want to actually pay attention.
Yeah, you don't have to pay attention. To Twisted Metal for the most part. Like, it's not like there's like this deep mythology that you're getting into. It's just fun.
Okay.
It's smart writing. There's no real bottle episodes as of yet. We might get one
Right.
Before the end of the season. There's 3 episodes left that are dropping this Thursday, actually, so it's just about done.
Okay.
But this last couple was a bottle episode, and it was like a horror movie for an episode where everybody in the contest is stuck in where they're staying, and there's a bunch of killers released in. So it's just a fun video. Like everything that's fun about video games is what this show does every episode.
Oh, now that maybe I got to give it a better chance.
And then we get, the next one's like a prom episode where they're all having prom. And it's another one where there is a twist to that too, and it's super great. And then we're set up for these last 3 episodes. But yeah, it's just so good, and all of the actors that they have doing stuff in it. Like there's people that you see and you're like, oh, they're gonna be around a while, and they're gone, like within an episode or so. So
Right.
there's stuff from the game, and I barely played the games, so I'm sure there's mythos from the game that they're pulling in here and there. But
I know a little bit about the game only because I played the game. Like, I co-op played the game with friends, like on the same TV, just for fun.
Got it. Yeah, like I said, like I played, and it's written by the guys that wrote Deadpool, the first 2 Deadpool.
Right.
But yeah, they're all just having fun doing it. Like, and you can tell that. I did not realize somehow that Devon Sawa was in this one. This most recent episode, Devon Sawa of
Who's that?
Final Destination fame.
Oh, okay.
And Little Giants. Casper.
Maybe if I saw him.
You would know Devon Sawa. He's been internet famous a few times lately.
Gotcha.
Oh, never mind. That's just the voice of him. He plays. He appeared, and I didn't recognize him in some flashbacks with Sweet Tooth, because he is the paper bag that Sweet Tooth carries around and has full blown conversations with all the time.
He looks kind of familiar.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd know him if you saw him.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
But yeah, look, it has been an absolute blast, and I can't recommend going back in, binge it before it's over. It's just super fun.
Do you want me to do the little newsy stuff I have? It's mostly DC stuff.
Let's hit it, and then that will take us right into talking Peacemaker.
So, Superman and F1 the movie have both now crossed the $600 million worldwide at the box office. Superman now has 604, 346 domestic, 257 overseas. F1 has 603 with only a 185 domestic, but 417 overseas. That's a huge bump, and it's a huge kind of flip-flop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it's my turn. Hold on. I'm taking a kicker. Hang on.
Do it. Who are you going to get?
Do I want to take the kicker from Detroit or Dallas or Tampa Bay?
Go for Tampa.
I don't know. The Dallas kicker is, I think, the best in the league, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not a big Dallas fan, but he's like money.
Sure.
I don't know how much work he's going to get, but you know what? I'll get him on the way back. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings always have a good defense, don't they?
No.
Houston?
No.
Tampa Bay?
Look, Tampa.
I'm looking at the defenses that are left.
Tampa's a solid team.
Green Bay?
Green Bay went deep in the playoffs. But I don't know. As I've said, I don't know.
I'll pull the trigger on a Tampa defense now, even though I know I can get them way later. Okay. Superman box office continuing. Superman now has one of the highest domestic totals for Warner Brothers. They hit 347 million. That has it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the top 10. Pete, relax. I'm not a Dallas fan, but this is for money. So you throw all that. I don't have a single Eagle on my team right now. You throw all that shit out the window. So that's good. It's doing good. Matt Reeves. So in the original Harley Quinn movie that they were doing, the Birds of Prey movie.
Yep.
They originally had the villain as the Penguin. And Matt Reeves reached out to them and said, "Don't do that. I'm going to use them." And according to Margot Robbie, the script, she has the script with the Penguin in it. She said it's absolutely amazing what they had and they were ready to do for him.
Now,
So
I wonder if it was going to be Ewan McGregor as the Penguin, because I'm sure it was the Black Mask character.
well, they haven't they didn't say, but she was doing an interview with Colin Farrell, and he wants to read it. She's like, "Oh, I'll totally send it to you. It's on my computer." She's like, "It's absolutely great."
Because I bet that they just scratched out Penguin and wrote Black Mask over it.
I mean, it's possible.
The two characters are very interchangeable.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, we are going to see the Roman Sionis, or the Black Mask from Gotham, on the screen soon. We saw that news the other week.
Yes. Do I want to take a flyer on Cooper
With
Cup?
Todd Stanwyck making his appearance soon.
Do I want to take a flyer on Cooper Cup in the 10th round?
Go for it. Todd Stashwick. I was so close. Todd Stashwick, who's going to be
I love him.
Paladin in the Vision Quest show.
Yeah. Oh no, I love him. He was in Star Trek Picard season 3.
That's good.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at wide receivers to just grab one.
Your Cup's a safe bet. I mean, he's going to catch a ball sometime for somebody somewhere.
He is. He's old, and I don't like picking an old guy this late in their game, but that's fine.
Well, not in your dynasty in your 10th round. But
yeah. Well, we're going 20 rounds.
Oh dear God. Okay.
There's going to be a lot of rookies and a lot of stuff like that.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, a lot of waivers and stuff like that. We're getting like waiver money to be able to pick up like you're only going to be able to make so many moves because you have waiver money and bidding on moves and shit. Do you have anything else before we slide over into the Peacemaker world?
Yeah, I'll hit a real quick.
Do your stuff.
No, I talked Twisted Metal already. I just got a real quick Spider-Man casting we didn't talk through that.
No?
For those of us that have managed to get through an episode of Severance, is really exciting news. Tremel Tillman, who is also Seth Milchick on Severance,
right,
has been cast in the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh.
Brilliant actor.
Okay.
I am nervous that it is this late that he's being announced, and I hope that Marvel doesn't burn him in some stupid ass role like they keep doing to people. I don't know who he will be playing. The rumor is that he's going to be Miles Morales' dad, which I think is even a worse decision.
Well, they can't use Miles Morales at all until after the third Spider-Verse. They're not allowed. Sony, right. They're not allowed to even use him. So,
well, that's not totally true, right? Because they already introduced his uncle 7 years ago,
right?
So this would be then in continuity. This would be Donald Glover's brother if that was who they were casting here,
right?
So I don't know that I love that piece of it. I know we haven't heard who's playing any of the villains yet in this movie. I remember having heard, because it makes sense if it's going to be more street level. I've heard Tombstone's going to be in the movie, Scorpion, some other people. It makes sense to have Kingpin if you're going to have Punisher. However, I remember hearing, I believe from, God, I'm awful with names today. The actor that is
Go ahead. How can I help you?
Who's the Kingpin? What's his name?
Vincent D'Onofrio?
There you go. I'm having brain issues today.
That's okay.
Vincent D'Onofrio said that they are not allowed to use Kingpin in the movies.
That also, I remember seeing that too.
But the more I thought through it, that doesn't make sense to me because he was a Fox character. So
right.
And he was in the Daredevil movie, which was a Fox property.
Right.
All right. So T likes him as Miles' dad.
Okay.
I think he could be such an awesome villain. Not preferably one that hangs out and becomes part of the Sinister Six at some point.
Right.
Versus what they keep doing with these guys. But I don't know. They backed themselves into a hole having 7 villains in the last movie.
Then they're bringing back the lizard guy from the jail.
No, I don't think so. Dr.
Yep.
Connors?
Yep.
Scorpion.
No,
That's what I
Scorpion.
said.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I said yeah, I said Scorpion.
Yes.
Who I hope they're bringing back the actor.
I think they are. I think it is. I think
he
it is him.
he was brilliant in Orphan Black. He was great in Better Call Saul. Big fan of his original Orphan Black, not the Redux.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know that I love him as Miles' dad, because that means we probably won't get anything with him for another 5 to 6 years where we really start seeing him in the role. And depending on which version of Miles' dad they go with, he might be around for a movie and then gone
Right.
once Miles is introduced.
Yeah.
So I don't love that. But we'll see. I also don't want to see him burned as like Tombstone. But I'm not sure where they're going to go with it. So I'm excited for him to be in the movie. I just hope that he gets a good role and isn't like, here is Peter's drama teacher this year, and it's him. Because I think Peter's still in school, but I guess he would be in college. So I don't know if he's
Yeah,
going to be
they
going
were
to Empire State University.
at the end of the last movie. They got accepted to MIT. So yeah, he would be in college now.
Yeah, so we'll see. Though they all seem like the early acceptance types.
Did Peter get accepted, or did he decline college? Nobody knows
Peter
who he
doesn't
is.
exist.
That's right. Well, yeah.
Sort of. I don't know. They have to explain that a little better than we've gotten so far.
Yes, they do.
So that was the only other bit of news that I wanted to hit up regarding that. But so back to the big drop from this week.
Peacemaker.
We have two. So Strange New Worlds before we get to the big drop of this week.
Okay. So Strange New Worlds, spoilers for anybody that watches it, has got to be some of the best Star Trek that has ever been on TV. It's such a good show. This last episode is entitled "What is Starfleet?" and they did it in a documentary style, where there was one of the characters' brothers is on the Enterprise, and they kind of followed them around with like a drone camera, and I love, and I mentioned this before, and I love the fact that the Enterprise is much more current to today for the future than the original Enterprise was with the technology of the 60s. It all works. It's beautiful. It was such a well done episode. It got so much shit on Reddit. I like to go to the Strange New Worlds Reddit page and kind of look at the comments for the episodes. And this episode got so much hate. I thought it was brilliantly done, told in a documentary style with not traditional cameras, and some of the bridge footage was security footage, and they had stuff come up that's like, this security footage was declassified and allowed us to use it. And it was like, I thought it was a really well done.
So it's like The Office. No wonder you liked it.
No, not so much. Like The Office, you knew that they were there and it was camera crews. This was one guy with a drone and using security footage to show what was happening on the bridge. So instead of getting a straight on view of the bridge, you had a camera up here shooting down on the bridge, showing you a different view. And it just added a lot more. Cast works so well together. Anson Mount is phenomenal as Pike, and Ethan Peck is such a good Spock. It's a great show. If you haven't watched it and you're a fan of Star Trek, I highly suggest going all the way back to season 1 and watching it, because if they're the way they're doing this correctly, it should lead right into the original series Enterprise with Kirk.
So Anson Mount better in speaking roles is what you're saying.
Yes, much better in speaking roles. The only 3 really original characters they haven't introduced yet is Sulu, Dr. McCoy, and Chekhov. Chekhov actually comes a little bit later in the 5-year mission. And they're introducing them naturally. They're not kind of forcing them into like, oh, he has to be here because he has to.
We didn't get Bones yet? Shouldn't Bones be like 30 years older than all the rest of them?
That's what I'm wondering, is they may not even introduce Bones in the series. They said that they may not introduce all of the original bridge crew yet. I mean, I don't know. They have a ship's doctor who's great. The guy that plays Mbenga is phenomenal. I forget his name. Hold on.
I don't know.
Now I gotta look it up and see who it is. It is Babs. Olusomanukin. I
Carol
cannot.
Kane? Is it Carol Kane?
No, it's not. It's his first name is Babs. His last name is Olusanmokun. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Anyway, he's phenomenal, and that's all for Star Trek.
Nice. Cool. So, I will hit up the Always Sunny finale next week.
Okay.
But so we had Peacemaker season 2 episode 1 that dropped, The Ties That Grind. And if you don't want spoilers, dip out, come back, check us out in a bit after you went and watched that. But you get the recap, which I feel like I need to go back and rewatch some of season 1 because there was some different stuff in this recap of season 1.
They did this on purpose. So apparently there was footage that they filmed for season 1 that they were not allowed to use in Snyder's version of the DC. So he filmed stuff, but they told him, no, you're not allowed to use that. So now when he went back and he did this previously seen on, they were able to retcon a ton of stuff and add it to make this Peacemaker fit in this new universe. Some of the retcons were in the very beginning, when they, the very end of Peacemaker season 1, where he's carrying Harcourt out and they walk past, was it Superman, Batman, The Flash?
That was it.
Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
I don't think Batman was there. It was
there. Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Aquaman.
Yep.
Sorry. So the 4 of them were there. In the retcon, it is now Superman and Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and then the Justice Gang.
Yep, Mr. Terrific is next to Superman, and then on the ground you have Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner.
Right. Now, the 3 of them floating are composites. They're not real. That's not, obviously, they're not the real actors.
Right.
Guy and Hawkgirl are the real actors, and they had some interesting and funny dialogue.
And this was before Superman.
Correct.
Is what James Gunn has said. This was before
Correct.
the events of Superman occurred.
Correct. So instead of making an Aquaman joke, they use a Green Lantern joke in place. There's a small little Green Lantern joke. I'm watching all my picks that I have kind of sitting on the side here get picked.
Right, which is then referenced again as we get back to get into the episode. So we have that. We had the new intro, the new opening credits.
I don't like it as much as I like the first one, but I saw the first one longer, so I mean, it just was a little more catchy.
Yeah, I don't like the song as much.
No.
I mean, like Wigwams. Do you really want to taste it? Is I listen to that band on the regular now since that first season of that.
Okay.
I love those guys. I don't love Foxy Shazam. I never have. But we'll see if it grows on me because the first one, as you got to like episode 5, you were like, oh, that's who all those people are.
Right.
And that's why they're doing this. And that's why there's that interaction. So, difference is the first one, I think they filmed in one day. This one was like the longest scene they filmed for the entire show. It was like 2 weeks to do this opening credit scene on this one now. So this was one of the longest things that they filmed. And the Eagly, for those that didn't see, the Eagly parts in the opening were all motion capture of James Gunn.
The which part?
The Eagly.
Oh, really?
Yes, all of those in the dance credit where James Gunn did all the motion capture for those himself.
Well, you got to give yourself parts, right?
Well, look, if it's not his shockingly, it wasn't his brother doing the motion cap because that's usually how he casts him. But I guess when he shows his face, and I can't even say it's less because in Guardians he was one of the Ravagers and
that's true.
Rocket's body still.
So to kind of come around on your point about it taking place before Superman, that's why Metamorpho was not in the previously on, is because this took place before.
Right.
Somebody else asked James Gunn, why isn't Batman in this? And he said Batman isn't friendly or Batman doesn't really have any involvement with the Justice Gang, which makes sense because you saw the silhouette of Batman in Creature Commandos, but you don't see the silhouette of Batman here. And that's because Batman is not with.
No, Batman would not work with Guy Gardner.
No,
that is there's a whole thing to that when they did work together.
which I'm excited to see if they get to play that out.
They are definitely there is 0% chance that with James Gunn running stuff, we do not get the one punch scene from Justice League in the comics. Just legendary from that Keith
Right.
Giffen run.
So
And James DeMatteis.
they retconned the quantum unfolding chamber, and that's a little bit more. And now there's a whole bunch of season 1 DCEU characters that are kind of in limbo with all this. But if the episode itself, I thought was great.
Well, but who? Wait. Oh, what do you mean like of
Like
the
Wonder
Suicide
Woman,
Squad?
the Flash, those characters.
No, they just weren't there.
They're right.
And there's a couple ways to look at it, right? Like so either this Peacemaker, because we're in the multiverse now,
Yes.
right, is one tiny step next to the one we watched last season, which is one super easy explanation, right?
Yep.
This was almost the same experience, but it was just a little bit different because this is the world of Justice Gang instead of the Justice League. But all the same stuff happened until then.
Right.
100% chance, right? So we'll see how they play that out. But that's one option, or they pick and choose whatever they feel like doing. And James Gunn has kind of said that. He's like, there's going to be stuff that carries over, and there's going to be stuff that doesn't, and we'll decide what it is when we get there.
Right.
That's all there is to it. So we'll see how that plays out.
What did you think of the episode as a whole?
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was as good as most of season 1. But I think and it feels like not that much time passed between seasons, which is confusing. Because on one hand, it's like it feels like we missed a lot, and on the other hand, it felt like it was like a couple weeks, maybe. So I'm not sure how long it was because they kind of played it back and forth.
Let me see if it says it here.
It might have been a couple months because it looks like there was long enough for Harcourt and Chris to be together for a little bit.
Approximately 6 months passed between the end of Peacemaker season 1 and the beginning of season 2.
So long enough for that to go
right
good and then bad with Harcourt.
So season 2 picks up 1 month after the events of the Superman movie.
Oh, so this Justice Gang is after the Justice Gang interview is after.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, the Justice Gang interview happens in the what you call it?
Yeah. How'd you feel about what were your thoughts on the episode all in?
I enjoyed the episode. I thought the orgy scene was a little much. That kind of hit me out of left field. I was not expecting a lot of the male genitalia flying around the screen like that.
It was long.
It really was longer than it needed to be. Now, 15-year-old Frank would have loved this. Frank that watched Porky's growing up and Police Academy and the gratuitous boobs that I got all through my younger years would have loved this. This Frank was just like, oh boy, this is a lot.
Well, James Gunn is still that kid.
I know.
Who grew up watching Porky's and all of the things and still loves to throw all of those 80s movies style things.
I like the journey that it looks like they're taking Harcourt on. I understand the journey that they're taking Chris on, Peacemaker. I did think it was I saw something that said this, so this is not my own thought, but the fact that James Gunn, who previously was married to Jenna Fisher from The Office, Pam, he was married to her.
Everything was so bad for him for a while.
Cast her on-screen ex-husband, ex-fiance, in a role was kind of funny. The way they drew that parallel is that
it's Keith is Chris's brother.
Yes. I enjoyed the fact that they brought back Robert Patrick, and I enjoyed the brother, and I like the angle that they're taking, and I like how everything with him is interconnected right now. So I enjoyed it.
So funny with that, with bringing him back. He didn't know that he was back.
I heard. Yeah, I saw that.
Steve G was talking to him and was like, "Well, you excited for season 2? He's like, what do you mean? I died at the end of season 1. He's like, did you not read the script? He's like, what? So
Yeah,
apparently he had the script, Robert Patrick, and didn't read it. It's a
I,
little
I
weird, but,
I guess.
or it's just a fun story. So let's see. So the Fisher and Gunn were married in from 2007 to 2008.
Yeah, it wasn't a long marriage.
Oh no, they divorced in 2008. They married in 2000.
Oh,
So
okay,
she started on The Office. They were married.
gotcha.
Got it. So yeah, so we got Roy is Chris's brother. I think that's going to be a fun dynamic. I think he's great. I think he'll be able to do that. Like he'll be able to take that turn from lovable brother there
Yeah,
to the dark side that it seems like we're going to need for him as we get through here. So yeah, like I'm excited for that. The John Economos Pete piece that they're doing and him spying on Chris now. That's fine. Nothing surprising about that. Um, and I don't know exactly where we're going with Adebayo yet. So
yeah. I'm not.
underused in the first episode. I want to see more of her because she's one of my favorites. The vigilante stuff with him still just slumming and working in a Olive Garden or wherever he's working, an Italian restaurant
Hilarious.
was fun. And I mean, we got this snippets of Rick Flag Sr. So obviously he's going to have a big play. And so obviously stuff from the Suicide Squad happened still.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see. And I've heard rumor that we will find out more about which people do and don't play in
I did
from the
see.
Suicide Squad, which is tough because Guy Gardner was in the Suicide Squad as
Yep.
whatever fall off arm guy.
I did see that James Gunn did say that Hawkgirl will have to answer for killing that guy in the Superman movie. That
Good.
there will be repercussions for that, which I think is good. That you're not going to just ignore that. That you need to do something about that.
Yeah, I still don't. I like her. I don't like her in the role she keeps getting cast in. 'Cause
Right.
nothing about her says like badass to me. But they are bound and determined to make this girl come across as like the toughest
Yeah.
thing ever. And all I do is I'm like, well, she was like Dora, like not long ago.
Right.
So it's tough for me to be like, all right, all of a sudden she's a badass.
Well, now she's going to be a father.
No, she's the mother. We'll see. You know, hey, look, we'll see what happens with that storyline too if we get there. Different show, but so Peacemaker season 2, episode 1. Look, it is right back in the world that we left.
Yep.
Just as wild. Again, full spoilers. We get Chris is going to be living in two worlds. It seems like for a little while. Is everything with his dad and brother as rosy as it seems in that world? Can't say why it'll be why they're the top heroes, and are they really that good, or are they good because of who they're being good to? Because we know that his dad in season 1 not a great guy.
No. But
Not a
this
great
family
guy.
looks like it's a completely opposite family, and he's celebrated to a
Does
point.
it, or does it mean that they're more like Germany in the 1940s, where
Well, there's that too. We haven't gotten that far yet.
I'm intrigued to see how we play that because I don't think James Gunn would leave that untold. That version of it. So we will see how that works out. Best of luck in the rest of your draft, Frank. Any final thoughts on Peacemaker?
Look, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to upload. I'm looking forward to, I think there's one, maybe two more episodes of Star Trek, and then that's done. And then I kind of want to be able to get into watching some other stuff that I haven't watched.
Great. Yeah, there's Gen V coming back soon too. So
Gen V.
thank you all for finding the Geek Spot with us. We will see you next time. Make sure to check me out at jackkidmusic.com and all the places Frank and T will be talking this week. Yes?
No, I have to talk to T about that. I have a hockey draft.
Oh, God.
I have to
All
be
right.
at in person. So T, surprise. I'll
So
message you.
go watch the last episode of Island of Relevancy if you didn't catch it yet. And then get ready for the next one. Go like and subscribe their channel, like and subscribe ours, so you know when all of us are going live, and you can join the conversation then too. And we will talk to you all next time.